Okay, so let's take a look at how you can install a map on macOS. So basically map is Apache, PostgreSQL and PHP installer for macOS. So that is within this short map. M stands for Mac, Apache, Postgres and PSQL. So bitnami has this stack in application section. So what we'll do is we will download this particular stack and we will try to install it. So we will scroll to section that says Win Mac Linux. Then we will try to find this particular map application. So here you see various application stacks are listed. Here you see WAMP for Windows, LAMP for Linux and MAMP. There is also MAP which contains PostgreSQL. So this MAMP contains MariaDB and PHP. So this is the MAP and this is for WAMP. So let's go with MAP. So on installer page you will find that there are multiple setups based on your PHP setup. So the current one shows you the PHP version 8.1. So we'll try to download this particular installer. Okay, so it will ask you to use account or something, so let's just ignore that and just go to the download. Now it will take some time to download the installer, so let's wait for that. Considering it's 173 MB of download, so you may have to wait depending on your internet connection. Now that once the installer is downloaded, let's go to the downloads directory, and here as you can see when we open we'll find installer there. What we have to do is right click on it and open with disk image mounter, and then that should start the installation as well. Okay, if it requires your sudo to run, make sure to run it as well. So bitnami's map looks something like this. So you have to double click to install. So double click, now click on next. Within setup you can choose to install the frameworks of your choice. So for now we will just ignore them. If you want you can install them, but it's better to do it manually, right? So let's click next. Now here you see you have a folder with /applications /map stack. You can simply make it easy to access by keeping only map stack, then click next, and here you see the port that you get is 5432. Click next. So unable to find to port 5432, you can stop the running process or select different. So let's go with something else. Instead of 5432 you can go with, let's say something like 6543. Click next, and then here you have to add password. So let's go with something simple, demo 22, right? So demo 2022, and then click next. Now you can launch map stack in cloud. Ignore this for now. Click next. Now it will start the setup, so we'll just click next and wait for it to install. Okay, now once installed it will show you the successful message, and then it will ask you to check this box that says launch map packaged by bitnami. Click finish and you can start the local server. Now here you see you get the documentation here along with the map control panel, right? So basically map control panel is where you get to control your servers, right? So if you click on manage server tab, here you see PostgreSQL server is running. You can start it, stop it, restart it, or configure it, right? Similarly, you get Apache here. You can do start, stop, restart, and configure. If you hit configure, you get to control its port, right? So as you can see, with Postgres we already have it on 6543 port and Apache on port 8080, right, and SSL port 8443. Right now you can also make use of start all, stop all, restart all button as well. Then there is also server events tab where you will get log on the events that are happening to server. Right now the next thing is we will take a look at Google Chrome, and here you see. Now to go to application folder, what we can do is we will open our map control panel and then click on open application folder. It will take you to map stack folder where you can find Apache directory, and then we have to check for htdocs. Within this particular htdocs folder we get index.html, so we'll need to edit this, right? So we can use text edit for now. Let's see if it allows us to edit something. So once edited and saved, we'll try and visit our now. When I edited the index.html file, I replaced this with this file and you get the results, right? So when you want to access your htdocs, what you should do is you should always make use of the open application folder options. Go there immediately, so this saves you a lot of time that you will go through Finder, and directly go to Apache htdocs and move your project files there, right? So this is one of the ways you can replace the index file of your localhost. Then one more thing, if you want to find out some of the options for control panel, you will find that when you click on launchpad you will have access to manage OS X, which should open same option like this. So this is your control panel that allows you to manage your map. Okay, now few more things to check out with map is that when you go to application folder you will find that you have access to Apache, then PHP, PostgreSQL, right? So here you will also find the uninstall option. So when you click on this you would be redirected to uninstall, right? So you won't find that option within launchpad, so it only allows you the manager option, which is the current application that we were seeing, and then map stack config, right? So only these two options are available within launchpad, but to access uninstaller you'll have to go to application folder and then check the uninstaller over there, right? Similarly, there are some of the extension options that you will have to access as you work, right? So those options are available within Bean, like let's say typical var, right? Then PHP configs, then peer extension, PCL, right? And also composer. You'll notice that usually you use homebrew or so for using a composer, but map also offers you one within itself, right? Similarly, if you go back and check, you also have access to PostgreSQL's files as well, right? So you get to do whatever the config you need to do. This configuration that you see here, it's same as you can see within launchpad bn config file, right? So you only get access to that configuration and this particular map control panel or OS X manager, right? So this was about some of the things you should know. So whenever you go to applications folder, you get access to those things. Also you get Let's Encrypt, so you get to turn your local host into SSL port as well. That offers that HTTPS support, right? So for that, the change would be something like, when you make your application, you will have to make use of this particular port, SSL port 8443, right? So do pay attention to that when you want to test out some of the SSL specific features. Also, one more thing, you have licenses listed here within this folder, right? And you can go through them, right? Next thing is working with Apache and then htdoc. So whenever you create new project, you will have to create a folder and serve it from here, right? Then also few more things to check out is you have some git option here. So if you want to make use of git that is shipped with this setup, you can make use of this directory for configuration. Also there is SQLite, so you don't have to use system SQLite. Instead you can use the map stacks SQLite as well. So these are some of the things here that you can go through whenever you install map on your macOS.